up? What's up? What's up? What's up to the family? What's up to the tribal family? What's up to the culture? And definitely want to give nothing but love and good vibration to all the collective out there. If you're actually going through something, I mean, we all going through something, so we got to stay grounded at all times, family, because we are on a a playing field of them against us, or I'm gonna say how everything's worded. I'm trying to leave this coded much as possible because we all going through something. So I'm finna just get right to it. So I have two videos that I want to get into. First of all, there's too much going on with these mosquitoes. There's so much going on with these mosquitoes that it's annoying. And it's actually driving the insomnia up, you know what I mean? But as far as that insomnia going up, everybody knows, and everybody knows that it is questionable that they actually using these mosquitoes for alternating purpose. What I mean by alternate purpose, they wasn't doing none of this stuff a couple years ago. Experiment with mosquitoes. Come on now. Come on now. If they're going to experiment with mosquitoes, why haven't they done this a couple years ago? What is the big problem of going outdoors and they saying, oh, we need to tamper with the mosquitoes because it's they bringing in different types of diseases and all type of various reasons. But I do know this: when we was in the streets playing football, like in my childhood days, we never even cared about the mosquitoes back then, and we never have. I mean, we stayed outside till till the lights was on. And therefore, I mean, we always like played, heavily like that. And having cookouts in the backyard and stuff like that, that stuff ain't never bothered us. So why is bothering them so much? Why do they want to tamper with these mosquitoes? Why they want to alternate with these mosquitoes for various purpose, right? For various purpose. Not only that, there were a couple of politics. There was a speech on Global about some mosquitoes. Y'all have everything not to worry about, but y'all want to worry about some mosquitoes. Really? Come on. Come on. We're not a fool no more. Everything's not tricky anymore. But I do know this. We are on the ass right now. We are. So it is questionable. And I question every little thing. And therefore, this is going to be educational purposes only in this video. But I want to play this clip. I want to play two of them, right? So my first one, I want to play this right here. So y'all get to understand of what the shebang bang going on. All right. So let me go right to it.
It has cameras and sensors, and just like your phones and social media apps, it does facial recognition. Inside here is 3 grams of shaped explosive. This is how it works. Did you see that? That little bang is enough.
I just want to know who clapping. That's sad.
To penetrate the skull and destroy the contents.
I bet.
They used to say guns don't kill people. People do. Well, people don't. They get emotional, disobey orders, aim high. Let's watch the weapons make the decision.
Disobeying orders. I wonder, do y'all hear that about disobeying orders? Disobeying orders.
Now, trust me, these were all bad guys. Now, that is an airstrike of surgical precision. It's one of a range of products. Trained as a team, they can penetrate buildings, cars, trains, evade people, bullets, pretty much any countermeasure. They cannot be stopped.
Imagine if you could design products as quickly as your ideas flow.
Okay. He's saying they can't be stopped, right? It can't be stopped, right? So he said it can't be stopped. I believe that was an actual video right there. That was an assassin attempt video. They actually was displaying, showing you what they're gonna do. They always show you before they do it, right? They always do that, right? They always talk about it before they do it. In this case, a scenario, they're actually telling you what they're gonna do in future reference. Because this video was so old, it was like a couple years back where they was talking about this. About the robotic AI technology they're using to like he said, disarm people from being disobeyed, right? I feel like this is I feel like this is such a movie right here. It's such a movie. I'm just waiting for the wrath of God to like emerge and just bring pain to all of them, because they done so much wrong. I just know that these people is they out of pocket right now. Sincerely out of pocket. They is out of pocket. For them to be even actually doing something like this, I just can't. I can't even, what I'm saying? I can't really even go and fathom all the stuff they actually displaying right here in front of you on live video fed. So now we rewind and we want to fast forward for what's going on now. All right, this other video that I'm trying to show.
Of 2020, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency gave the green light to release hundreds of millions of genetically modified mosquitoes in the Florida Keys. And I realize that sentence has a lot of scary buzzwords. Mosquitoes, genetically modified, Florida. So, what's the plan here? Why are we doing this? And what are the potential risks? Mosquitoes are more than just irritating pests that cause itchy bumps and make me dread going outside. They're also considered the deadliest animals on Earth. The diseases they carry run the gamut from malaria to yellow fever, and their bites cause at least hundreds of thousands of deaths each year. Sharks, by comparison, kill about 4 people annually. One mosquito species in particular, Aedes aegypti, can spread several diseases like dengue, Zika, and yellow fever, and is considered a serious threat to public health. So much so that the Florida Keys Mosquito Control throws over $1 million and 6 pesticide-spraying aircraft at them each year. Despite eating up about a tenth of their budget, these efforts only reduce the Aedes aegypti population by 30 to 50%. So, years ago, the local government came to the conclusion that they couldn't go on spraying their way out of trouble. And in 2012, they contacted the company Oxitec. At the time, Oxitec was developing a genetically modified male Aedes aegypti mosquito designated OX513A that would die before it reached adulthood, unless it developed in water containing the antibiotic tetracycline. The thinking was if these males matured in a lab and were then turned loose in the wild, they would mate and their offspring would inherit the modified genes and die in antibiotic-free standing water when they hatched. Starting in 2009, Oxitec's mosquitoes began testing in the Cayman Islands, Panama, and Brazil. But there were concerns about whether mosquitoes bred to survive only in the presence of antibiotics would spread antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Others were worried about the consequences of some offspring surviving and passing on their modified genes. There's a chance the offspring could survive if they hatched close to places like sewage treatment plants or citrus orchards where antibiotics can accumulate. In the last few years, Oxitec has developed a new male mosquito that circumvents the issue of antibiotics. The updated breed, known by the designation OX5034, mates with wild females as before, but instead of the offspring all dying off, only the females die young. The male descendants that inherit the mutation can reach adulthood, mate, and continue the femicide for generations. Oxitec claims the total number of modified males will decrease from one generation to the next, eventually disappearing from the population altogether after 10 generations. In case you were wondering, the lifespan of an adult Aedes aegypti mosquito is between 2 weeks to over a month. So, why are they targeting the female mosquitoes in particular? Well, it's because the male mosquitoes don't bite humans. Instead, they can subsist off nectar. Only females draw blood because their eggs needed to mature, meaning that females are the ones who can spread disease. That's why Oxitec's plan to release 750 million mosquitoes into the Florida Keys isn't as counterproductive as it sounds. They'll all be male, so the company isn't letting swarms of bloodsuckers loose on all of us. Still, scientists have voiced concerns. Independent analysis of Oxitec's early trials in Brazil with their antibiotic-dependent strain showed that some offspring survived and mated again, passing on genes to the local mosquitoes. The genes that were passed on weren't the transgenes that would kill offspring, though, just markers that came from the Cuban and Mexican mosquitoes Oxitec bred to create their homme fatales. Oxitec thinks concerns are overstated, saying they found about 3% of offspring in lab trials were viable. The company also claims there's no evidence that crossbreeding strains would make the mosquitoes more harmful to humans or resistant to insecticides. But some scientists are worried making the gene pool more varied with DNA from other world regions would create hardier bugs. Others are also concerned that killing off large numbers of Aedes aegypti could affect the local ecosystem and the animals that feed on mosquitoes.
Really?
But Aedes aegypti represent 1% of the Florida Keys mosquito population and are likely an invasive species that came to the Americas by ship. This latest release is also not something that has been decided on a whim. The EPA has spent years studying the impacts that Oxitec's mosquitoes have on human and environmental health, and 7 Florida state agencies have given the latest trial unanimous approval. The antibiotic-resistant mosquito variety was
Well, you heard that. They said it's approved. 750 million approved.
also assessed by the FDA, and in 2016, they found it would have no significant negative impact. This second-generation genetically modified mosquito has also already been tested in Brazil, where it temporarily reduced the Aedes aegypti population by as much as 96%. Though the idea of intentionally releasing millions of lab-grown mosquitoes may sound like the plot of a B-grade horror movie to some, lots of research and care has been put into their development. And remember, they're
A lot of research and care, right? So let me get back to the StreamYard. Move. Now, there you have it. But we have to learn by certain protocols that what is the outcome? What is the outcome? And they so worried about these mosquitoes breeding billions and billions, because they at one point they was actually spending $100 million a year on just spraying and stuff like that, right? So they move into different counters. They've been studying, scientists actually been studying these mosquitoes for a long time, so they know how they move, they know how they breathe. Just like he said, the average male only lifespan lives up to 12 to 14 days at the max, but the female lives up to 30 days. So I'm trying to put this thing together and trying to understand these insects, because there's another thing. Baltimore had a festival. They had a festival, and they had someone had on TikTok actually had a had a phone seeing a helicopter dropping mosquitoes on a crowd of people. Remind you now, dropping mosquitoes on a crowd of people. People was actually, it looked like everybody was just getting tagged. They was getting, you know how mosquitoes get. They were just tagging away, and you know they do what they do, get their blood and go. But these Pacific mosquitoes been dropping on crowds. Why? There are so many questions. So why is they dropping mosquitoes on a crowd of people? Not only that, there was a Beyonce concert, and at one point of the concert, no one was feeling anything at all. Right in the middle of that concert, that's when they said they felt a herd of mosquitoes just going through the crowd and actually tagging away. People was more ready to leave. Now these outdoor events, I'm assuming outdoor events, places. I've been seeing they've been targeting these outdoor places, events. Not only that, we have to watch the sports arenas too. So it's more to come on that. It's more to come. Now, my thing is, we probably see some changes at the end, maybe towards November. Quote unquote, maybe the hospitals will be crowded by then. By these mysterious mosquitoes that was genetically engineered by these companies. Gates Foundation is one of them. Is one of them. So what is they trying to do? What is they trying to prove? Me personally, everybody have the same response. Everyone has the same response. Allegedly, depopulation. Depopulation. So I'm just saying, everybody just be careful. Be careful about, you know what I'm saying, after hours of dark. Be careful about going to these events. Be very careful. No, heed the warning. Be very careful. Like Elmo Fudge say off of Bugs Bunny, be very, very quick careful. You know what I'm saying? Be very careful, because we are in a times of age where things happen, quote unquote, mysterious things happen for no reason, or point blank no reason. Point blank no reason. People. I got nothing but love for everybody. We are in this together. We are. If we want to make a future for our kids, we have to do it now. That's all I'm going to say. If we want to make a future for our kids, we need to start now. It's too many of us to let things play the way it is. Too many. But I guess we just going to just sit back and just allow things to take its course. Things to take its course. Yeah. Some people still waiting on Jesus. Think about it, man. But I would just want to elaborate on this video. I'm, you know, that it worries me to see these so-called events that have been triggered by these mosquitoes coming from nowhere. Mysteriously, I wonder why that white van was parked there. Yeah. But anyways, I was gonna make this video short. It's your boy Z Energy, bringing nothing but, hey, I'm bringing nothing but truth. Much love from the ancestors across the land. This is my land, just like it's yours. Treated with the utmost respect. Mother Earth, much love. Peace, peace.